Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about how much money my mobile game Stormchaser made in after 1 month. I'm going to be talking about what sort of marketing strategies I had and what monetization strategy I had in the game, and just going to be going over some statistics and analytics with you guys, so I hope you're excited. The game actually originally was made in 4 days for browsers as part of a game jam, and I actually got so much feedback off of that game jam telling me that they thought the game would be really good for mobile that I ended up going back to the project a few months later, and I think I spent like 2 months or 3 months just making like a dedicated mobile version of the game. It wasn't too hard to convert it to a mobile project in Unity, but just to make it optimized for mobile hardware and get ads in there and get the UI to have a good experience on touchscreen took a little bit of time. And in terms of like what sort of monetization strategy I had for the game, I only had one monetization strategy, which was to have the option for players to continue on from where they died if they watch a 30-second ad. That's the only time I ever show ads in this game. So it's completely optional. No player really has to see ads if they don't want to. But essentially, if they go on a really good run and then they die and they're like, oh, I can get even farther, they could just watch a 30-second video and then just continue on right from where they were, and they don't have to play through the like first 150 meters, which are kind of like the easy mode. So I thought that was a pretty fair way to do the monetization, where it's not really forced on the player, but it was a way for me to sort of learn, how to use ads, how to integrate ads into a Unity project. And just to quickly talk about the timeline before we get started, today is February 11th and the game came out January 9th, 2022. So it's been just a little over a month, so I think we're in a good place now to have this analysis. So in terms of marketing, this game didn't really have an extensive marketing campaign. To be honest, the project as a whole was really more of a portfolio filler and more of a learning opportunity for myself than it was necessarily a financially motivated project. So in terms of marketing, all I really did was I posted on my LinkedIn several times. I posted on my Facebook, my Instagram. I went to all the different servers I'm a part of, large communities, small communities. I would post in there as well. I would post stories. I would repost people who posted stories about my game. I tried to get a lot of social media engagement through comments and whatnot. Overall, it wasn't a very extensive marketing campaign, but it was sufficient enough to pretty much notify everybody in my network that, this is something I had done and it's available and they should go check it out. All right, let's go over the numbers, shall we? So, starting off with my Android analytics, the game had 587 store listing visitors, so these are the number of people who went into the Google Play Store and opened up Stormchaser's store page. And of those 587, I had 50 people actually download the game, so that's a conversion rate of 5.82%. Seems pretty good to me. A lot more store listing visitors than I thought I would get, to be honest. I was actually really surprised and happy with that number. And 50 downloads is pretty great as well. The game has an average rating of 5 stars on the Play Store, and this is from 6 users who have rated the game. And of those 6, 5 have actually left reviews, and the reviews have been really good, so that's been great. Moving on to the Apple Analytics, again, there's 14 ratings, so 14 5-star ratings, so the app has a 5-star rating. That's great. I had 2.4K impressions, and essentially what those are is people who have been scrolling through the Apple App Store and they've seen my game, just show up as they're scrolling through. And of those 2.4K impressions, 302 of them have actually clicked Stormchaser and gone into the store page. So a little bit less than what I got on Android, but still pretty decent. So that's a 4.9% conversion rate. Again, a little lower than Android, but not bad. I do make up for it, however, in total downloads, which I have 82 on Apple, so beating the 50 I got on Android. So some interesting statistics, take it with a grain of salt. Moving on to what everybody really wants to know is my Unity analytics. So I'm just going to go ahead and highlight the number that you clicked on this video for. The total revenue that my game generated is 36 cents. That may seem like like very little. It is very little, but I'm happy with it, and I'll explain. So the eCPM, which is at $5, essentially what that means is every 1,000 people that click on my ads, I should be generating around $5. And then with the impressions, you can see that I've actually only had 73 people click the ads, so open the ads. And of those 73, the fill rate, which I believe means the percentage of people who actually finish the ad fully, so that's 98.5%. So, Storm Chaser, was it a failure? Do I consider this game to be a failure? Well, let's just look at the overall stats. Total downloads 132 and total revenue 36 cents. If you factor in my costs, which were in fact getting the Apple developer license so I could publish to the App Store, and getting the Google developer license, which I needed to publish to the Google Play Store, altogether puts my total costs at a little under $200. So I definitely lost some money on on this project. However, I wouldn't consider this game a failure because I gained so much from doing this game and releasing this game that's just not financial. For example, educationally, I learned so much about targeting mobile hardware, you know, what I have to do to optimize a game to just make it run better, more performant. I learned how to integrate ads. I learned how to work with a touchscreen. I learned how to make touchscreen friendly UI with, you know, a good user experience in mind. And then besides educationally, this is probably maybe the biggest tangible win, is I was able to use this game, you know, I was able to put it on my resume, and I was able to talk about it during interviews as, you know, like one of my main projects. And I was able to actually get my first game developer job, like professionally, pretty much using this game as the star game of my portfolio and, you know, just talking about it throughout my interview process. So if you're, you know, somebody who's still starting out, you're maybe kind of like I was, a hobbyist who, you know, you maybe want to be professional, but, you know, you're just not quite there yet. I would absolutely encourage everybody to, you know, work on side projects like this, you know, maybe make a mobile app for sure. I think something like that is very helpful to have in interviews, because in this day and age when it's so easy to make a game, you know, it's so easy to download Unity and learn coding, and, you know, it's really not as easy as I'm making it sound, but it's definitely a lot easier than it used to be, right? So in this day and age, you need to do something to make yourself stand out. And I think, in my opinion, making a mobile game is, you know, that extra step where, you know, yes, I've made a game, yes, it runs on PC and, you know, browser or whatever, but, you know, you can actually find it on the App Store. You know, you can go to interviews and be like, yeah, pull out your phone, search it up, oh, here it is, boom. I did that, you know. It's kind of a flex, but it's like, you know, you need that sort of flex if you really want to get a job. It really helps to have something like that in your portfolio. So overall, I would not consider the game a failure. I would actually consider it to be probably my biggest success as a, you know, hobbyist developer, because it was the game that pretty much allowed me to get my first professional job. Thanks everyone for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. I always find it really interesting to watch videos like this when I see other game developers on YouTube talk about how their mobile games performed and how much they earned. Mine is probably not as interesting as everyone else's, but you know, these are the type of videos I enjoy watching, so I hope that you enjoyed watching as well. And if you're, you know, a hobbyist game developer or you're new to game development, you may want to subscribe to me, because I'm going to be posting a lot of game development related content, stuff focusing on how to get a professional job, how to get into the industry. I'm going to do devlogs on my own games so you can see and follow along with that. I'm also going to experiment with a few other, you know, different video ideas. You know, just trying to find out, you know, I'm just experimenting on YouTube. I'm having fun with it. For now, thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. It'll really help me out and I'd really appreciate it. And I will see you all in the next video. Peace.